Your profile should look awesome. That's your first impression. Charge the lowest that you can. But I do want to charge. I do not want to do it free because sometimes free is taken as granted or people won't take you seriously. Potential clients would look at when they come to your profile is what's in it for them. Alright, so welcome back to yet another episode of the Marketing Nerdz Podcast. My name is Karan Dharamsi and I am the CEO of the Marketing Nerdz. Well, in this episode, which is a continuation from yesterday's podcast, I want to talk about how do you go on to get freelancing clients, or the number one platform to get freelancing clients. Now, in the podcast yesterday, I spoke about Upwork.com, the platform where you can find tons and tons and tons of projects for digital marketing, graphic designing, content writing, social media, and anything under the sun that you can imagine of. Right? So if you already haven't listened to yesterday's episode, I suggest that you pause this episode and go listen to the first one, the first part in this series, so you get the context. Now that you've created your profile on Upwork.com, let's go on to talk about how do you actually go on to grab some projects, right? So the first thing and the most important thing, clean up your profile. Your profile should look awesome. That's your first impression. Right? So you need to have a really good profile that talks about you, what do you do. Now this is the basic sequence that I would follow when I create my profile, and I think you should follow the same sequence. So the first thing you need on your profile is you need to answer how can you help the other person, or what's in it for the other person when they come work with you, right? Remember this, everybody cares about what's in it for them. No one gives a shit about you and me. That's my favorite line, but it's the harsh reality of life. So the first thing people would look at, or the potential clients would look at when they come to your profile, is what's in it for them. Can you really help them get more clients, grow their social media, grow their brand, or whatever services you provide, how can you potentially help them? That's the first thing you want to answer. Post that. The next thing you want to answer is how do you do that? What can you do for others? Second question, how do you do that? What kind of a process do you follow? Once you're done with that, you want to go on to the next thing, which is step number 3. The third thing, how can people work with you? Right? What can you do for them? How do you do it? How do they work with you? And once you answer that question, the fourth thing, social proof. Everybody wants to know that you actually can deliver the stuff that you say. So do you have any kind of a social proof, maybe a past client experience, a video, or a testimonial? And if you're just starting out, if you don't have any of it, I would then put up a case study or maybe a nice write-up by you which talks about your expertise and how you actually help, maybe not a client but yourself, grow, get let's say 100 leads using Facebook ads, and turn that into a case study and link out a case study, or create a video and put that on your Upwork profile and talk about your expertise, your Facebook advertising expertise, and how you generated so many leads, right? So you need to have some sort of a proof, be it past client experience, testimonials, or your actual case study. I think case studies are the best because videos or testimonials can have some sort of a skepticism, but when you're coming out and talking to people in, like, with you being on the cam or with you writing stuff, with your legit screenshots, the skepticism always goes away, right? So that's one major thing that you can do. So once, and have a nice picture. Don't put out a logo, put up your picture. Picture speaks 1,000 words, right? The famous quote. So when people look at you, the trust automatically builds. They can put a face to the communication, because a lot of times when we talk to people, especially when you're working virtually, when there's no face, it's difficult to trust, right? So you always want to have a good picture, a professional picture, or a picture that represents you, right? Whatever is authentic self of you, that picture should be on your work profile. So once you've done all of that, that's step number one. Step number two is application, right? Now your profile is ready, so you want to apply. So how do you go on to apply for projects? Which is basic, but the most important question is, what do you actually say in your application that makes you stand out? Because when you're just starting out, you do not have any reviews. Reviews matter because when people post projects, they look at somebody with reviews, right? Reviews assure your potential clients that, hey, you can deliver the stuff. Other people have had a great experience working with you. So what do you do when you do not have any reviews, right? Your application is the only way to get you the project. So how do you, or what should be in a great application? So again, in a great application now, this is something that I adopted from Avai when I was just starting out. And Avai is American Writers Association Inc. And I learned copywriting from Avai. That's one of the best copywriting courses. So when I was doing my copywriting course from Avai, I think that's where I learned this, which is doing spec assignments. Now, if you think of it, the customer lifetime value is huge. What is a customer lifetime value? Let's say if you get just one client from Upwork. Now, if it's a business, they would constantly need digital marketing, right? It does not end in 1 month. If they need content, they would constantly need content because on the internet you need content for content marketing. So now the customer lifetime value is huge. And let's say that if you just keep them as your client for 1 year and imagine they pay you $200 per month, like very basic. That's about 12,000 Indian rupees, right? So that's almost 1,44,000, right? If I got the calculation right. Yep. 144. Yep. So 1,44,000 per annum. That's the amount of money that you would make from just that one single client. So if I know that I could make so much money, I really wouldn't mind working for a really low cost in the first month just to prove that I can actually deliver, right? Just to prove that I can actually deliver. And that's the whole point, because I do not have reviews when I'm starting out. So why should somebody trust me, right? I have to win that trust. So to win that trust, I would start with a spec assignment. Now, the concept of a spec assignment is you do it completely free. And if the client gets great results, they pay you. But I would not go completely spec. I would not do stuff completely free. Here's what I would suggest. I would suggest that you charge the lowest that you can. But I do want to charge. I do not want to do it free, because sometimes free is taken as granted or people won't take you seriously, right? So I do want to charge. But in my application, I want to make it really, really clear that, hey, I'm charging you only, let's say, $1 for this digital marketing service for a month. And I know this is like practically zero, right? $1 means nothing. But the only reason I'm doing this is to make sure that you see the kind of work that I can deliver for you. And I know for a fact that if I do a great job, at the end of the month, you'll come back to me and you'll say, hey, Karan, let's do a contract for a year. Let me know how much do you charge, right? And I know that I have a little bit of a drawback that I'm just starting out on Upwork and I don't have any reviews. And that's the only reason I am giving you this offer of working for you for $1, right? So think about it. There's nothing for you to lose in this deal. At the max, I work for you for free and all the risk is on me, right? So you want to create an application, something on those lines, so that the potential client sees that they are not at any sort of a risk. The risk is completely on your shoulders, and hey, they have nothing to lose by hiring you, right? And if you deliver great stuff, which I'm assuming you would, then bam, you got one client, your first client. That's just one of the ways to get a client really fast when you're just starting out with absolutely no reviews and no experience. Now, it's taken me years to learn all of this. I've struggled for months and months without any project, and it's pathetic. So this is one of the easiest formulas. Now, if you want to learn all my formulas, if you want to start your copywriting or digital marketing freelance career, I have a course for it where I teach you all my secrets of getting clients with different platforms and different strategies. But this is one of the best strategies that you can use. I want to deliver value to you, and I want you to start getting clients and experience results. So make sure you apply this strategy, communicate this well, and if you need the template for this, drop me a message on Facebook. like on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/themarketingnerds. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is The Marketing Nerds, because I'm going to be posting a screen flow video of the entire thing, and you can actually visualize and see it visually of how this could be done. So I hope this was of value to you today, and I'll talk about the step 3 in the 3-part series of how to get your first client for freelance digital marketing career, or the number one tool for digital marketing, right? This is me, Karan Dharamsi, signing off. I am in a lot of rush today, so I have to no talks about any random stuff. I'll talk to you tomorrow, but have a good one and make sure you apply this strategy. All right, bye-bye, take care.